Hi. I'm on some acid today. Nothing crazy. I'm still thinking about taking another tab. Currently around probably 300 micrograms. Just had some beer. Was thinking and just sitting. And one of the things I was just thinking about was just the idea of wonder. I genuinely forgot, you know, about sitting back, staring at clouds, and imagining what those clouds were. The same thing that allowed people to do what we love with stars today. All of those points that people were able to imagine the sky to agree upon. It's a shared hallucination, and I think it's fucking beautiful. Because you could point to any other points and create any sort of an image, but we chose, you know, over time, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Sagittarius, all these other stars in the skies and points of reference as these specific things. And I think that's just fucking wonderful, man. I forgot about wonder. Oh, man. I forgot about wonder. To just sit there until you feel stupid and you get to watch things. Just watch things. Oh. I really hope that everybody that hears me right now, I know it sounds silly, but like, y'all should go outside, sit down somewhere, stare at the grass, stare at the sun. Not the sun. Oh, God. Don't stare at the sun. Do not do that. Maybe like some clouds, you know? Or like bark. Bark on a tree's cool. Just like encounter nature and wonder about it, you know? Like the thing that I makes me sad when I think about it is like, sorry, but like it's real. Like one of the things that makes me sad when I think about it is I walk about my life all the time, and I'm so focused on getting from a place to a place that I forget that like there's an experience between those two spaces. Like we're in such a fucking rush constantly that we forget that there's like an actual experience to be had. Waiting in line, breathing, existing. Like literally existing is nice. Like you ever just fucking sat there and just existed, bro? I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. Thanks to acid. Shout out to my homie Dennis Hoffman. Something Hoffman. Hoffman, man, you're fucking cool, bro. But on the real, like that's just something I want to convey right now. Is just this idea of like wonder, how important wonder is. Um, I think it's incredible that like children have this innately, right? They get to wonder about things, but it's because so much of like reality isn't necessarily spoiled. And in some ways, like how do we spoil reality? I think is the other like thing to talk about because a lot of reality is spoiled just based on like I feel like people, man. The people you're surrounded by really influence what make up your quote unquote like reality or your space. And we unfortunately tend to exist very much within that. You know, it's hard to break free from the what we're surrounded by. You know, that's why I take psychedelics and I get all messed up. But it's a truth, man. We become products of the environment that we are built in, and so many people don't even recognize that they are actually built up into these like Lego pieces of themselves and the reality that they have lived in their entire lives. So like you have a moment where you have to break free from that and it just shatters your mind. You're like, whoa, how do I even process this? I don't know, man. You just do, bro. Like there are people out there that are not living like you. That's all I can say. And the thing that blows my mind is that we want to enforce our own forms of like reality really harshly. And I get that, you know, it's uncomfortable knowing that someone out there wants to do things that you A don't agree with entirely, B where do you draw the line on what's appropriate, what's inappropriate, right? I think people are people. There are people that really want certain things, and if we just kind of admitted more of that, we could kind of exist a bit easier, right? We're all searching for some form of um, homeostasis, some form of home for ourselves and understanding. I think at the end of the day, all of us, man, like all of us, yo. So why do we have to spend our time like judging what people are trying to do when it comes to their own gain? Like it's kind of silly, you know, at the end of the day, right? Like you have what you're comfortable with, man. Like you do, bro. And it's not going to be the same as what other people fucking want for themselves. And I think that's just that cognitive dissonance that so many people like can't necessarily agree with. It's like this argument between like liberal and fucking what the hell, liberal, conservative, or you know, Republican, Democrat. These fucking dichotomies don't actually. You guys are all cooked, bro. These dichotomies are all made up by somebody larger than you to make you feel, you know, like you're part of something that are you really a part of? Like, are all the liberals the same? No, you're fucking not, bro. So I don't know. Are all conservatives the same? Are you actually all going to sit there and say you're all the same? I wouldn't. I don't know, man. It's interesting. And the people are so willing to dichotomize themselves and separate themselves into these affinities when, dude, I don't know, man. You know what I do? I eat food. I love music. I um I like wondering. I I like breathing. I like exercising. Um Pleasuring myself hedonistically is nice sometimes, yes. Masturbation is okay. It feels good. Sex is probably a thing. Touching other people, not necessarily sexually, but I mean, like, you know, that sort of communication is good. Hugging, again, holding hands, dancing, being around others is nice. I like these sort of things. I like that shared experience of just like, you know, being humans together and just like living. Want to like grow plants, you know, talk about stuff. I hate all the bullshit. Like I don't give no fuck about no stars that I don't have any like people that live their lives talking about celebrities and other people just boggles my mind. Like I'm sorry, yo. Like if that's what you want to do, you've got the thing is you have a place in society. It's just not for me to interact with you. You know what I mean? Like that's part of it. Like I'm not one of the people that wants to interact with you in that on that level. Like I just can't. I can't care about you know what who's dating who in the celebrity universe as if it's relevant to me or if I have to care. I want to feed myself. I want to experience what other people have experienced. I want to learn how to do stuff that I've never learned before. I want to, you know, I want to be taught. I want to be taught. Teach me so fucking much. That's what I want. There's so much cool shit, man. That's here. And like people seem to think they're above it all, and it just blows my mind, like, yeah, I want to learn how to like tie some knots, knit, sew, fucking, y'all. Painting nails is cool when I did that. Um, Getting fucking like working out is fucking lit as shit, dude. Fucking nutrition, like, you kidding me? Like, who doesn't want to learn that stuff, bro? What about like rehabilitation if you're having problems with your back or you don't understand like where like dude, like learning about all this stuff is fucking awesome. I don't Learning is probably one of the coolest things that we could like be doing, and the fact that we segregate knowledge into this realm of, oh, you can afford to be knowledgeable as a luxury, and then you can either like work a trade and then like ex- it's so weird because everybody that like works for a living understands the people that like don't, like the disparity is there for a reason. It's we've been pitted against each other, man. It's just so funny. Nobody really likes it. Like, I get everybody sees it, we have like that's how I'm rambling. I'm rambling so hard. This is what acid does, by the way. I'm having a great time. I'm also had some alcohol, so that's going to allow for some rambling. Um, yeah. Where am I even at right now? I don't know. I guess that was it. I guess that was it. I guess I'm actually set. Whatever I had to say, I've said it. I hope that y'all are doing well. I am. I certainly am.